What's up guys, this is Michael Williams. Before we start this video, I want to let you guys know about a really cool project that I've been working on called Okamoto Kitchen. It's actually a real life anime food truck. Yes, that's a real thing. And it's a story based off of that. It's going to be an anime series. We just launched a Kickstarter. So if you want to check out episode 0, it's got lots of waifus, it's got lots of food. You can go check that out in the description down below. It's Christina V voices our main character. We have some artists who have worked on Dragon Ball Super Broly, the movie, and it's a really awesome project. So if you go check that out real fast, I'd be forever indebted. But now on to the Stevens. So in Escapism, we saw that Steven was able to finally contact Bismuth so he can get some backup to, you know, body the Homeworld gems. And this is presumably how Akane is going to get her brand new sword. We saw in the promo picture all those weeks ago. So this kind of explains that. So we do know Bismuth is most likely going to make it to Homeworld to help out in the finale, which is going to be an hour long. So there's plenty of time to fit that in. The question is, how exactly is she going to get there? How, Sway? You know what? We're not quoting Kanye in 2019. That's the rule. We're not doing that anymore. We're cutting that off. Obviously, the first option is if Lapis reforms in time. We know that Lapis can fly to Homeworld relatively quick, as we saw way back in season 1. So it's totally possible that she's able to do the same and possibly carry Bismuth. We know Lapis is super strong. She was able to carry Steven with no problem. Bismuth obviously is probably a lot heavier than Steven, but again, Lapis is a very powerful gem, so it's possible she could just lift Bismuth and hopefully Bismuth's weapons that she'll be bringing. On the flip side of that, it's possible Peridot might reform at some point and she could maybe build a ship. I don't think she really has the resources necessary for such a task, but that's within the realm of possibility. And then obviously the really big one is that Lars actually makes it to Earth on time right before Bismuth and the crew need to head out. This would obviously come in handy because even if Bismuth makes it to Homeworld with just Lapis or just Peridot or both, there's really not much she can do by herself. I mean, she's going against all the diamonds and all of Homeworlds by herself. She's not that strong. So she would really need a very solid plan. Even if she has Lion and Peridot and Lapis, it's not really going to be enough. But if Lars comes through to Earth and they're able to join him and the off-colors, not only do they have an immortal space boy and a bunch of other gems with them, but they also have a spaceship. That spaceship is going to come in handy big time. The Sun Incinerator will definitely be able to stop any sort of fleet, and by just enough time, plow through just enough gems to actually get to Steven, help him out, and basically join the fight that we see is happening based off of this promo. But I'm curious to see if Bismuth has other weapons for the other gems, even though they're currently poofed. But I guess they don't really know what backup means. They might not necessarily know that the other gems are currently poofed, so it's possible that she'll give them some new duds. Maybe Steven will get a shield upgrade even. Maybe Lars will get a brand new weapon. All the off-colors get weapons. Like maybe they really go ham. Peridot gets some brand new limb enhancers that are super dope, ready for fighting. Lapis gets a mirror. Another super wild prediction I have is that maybe Bismuth unlocks all of the corrupted gems that are currently bubbled, which obviously is a terrible idea. If she could find some sort of way to tame them, that might be pretty dope. Just having an entire army of corrupted gem monsters attack Homeworld. That would actually make for some pretty great dramatic irony, seeing as the diamonds caused the corruption in the first place by accident. And speaking of corruption, a key component to this might be Centipedal's trust, because Steven was able to kind of tame a corrupted gem. So maybe Centipedal can kind of communicate with the other corrupted gems that are currently bubbled, and maybe they can actually use that dropship, even though it's kind of busted, but Peridot might be able to repair it, possibly. But what do you guys think? How do you think Bismuth is going to get to Earth? Is it going to be through Lapis, Peridot, Lars, the dropship, or something else entirely? Definitely curious to know what you think, because it's pretty much anyone's guess at this point. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave it a like. And if you're new here, definitely want to subscribe, hit that notification bell. We have a lot of Steven stuff to cover on the way to the end of Diamond Days and the end of Season 5. And there was actually a video posted by Cartoon Network featuring Rebecca Sugar, kind of going over some theories, and she said some very interesting things that I would really love to go over. So we'll be going over those within the next few days. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I've been Michael Williams. You've been watching Cartoon Universe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.